So Milwaukee Bucks, that's the 15th spot for the
15th
roster,
spot,
right?
that is
Okay,
correct.
we finally filled out an entire roster today with the signing of Gary Trent Jr. How much of an
GTJ dog?
right? At least how much of an impact do you think he'll be on the Bucks this year?
I'm sorry, that was
Hell
fun. I did not
no.
expect the GTD with the GTJ. That was good. That was good.
You know, sorry. Quick aside, we have to do GTD at work, like
Get
to
the
do
draws?
to. So I got the draws
God damn.
at work.
What's up, nigga? Hey, hold on. Just don't incriminate yourself.
No. It's a function. Well, it's a sequence of keys that we have to press in order to do a function on the
Exactly.
system that we have at work. So it's GTD to do something.
After work function.
And every time during work, there's a process and a procedure in place that I have to use GTD in order for me to complete said sequence. So I got the draws in my head all the time.
That's funny. All I hear is Tommy laugh every time.
Me in the back. Dog was
I hear
cracking
got
up.
the draws, dog. Got the draws.
I see the security officer in the core who was whooping.
Hey, whoop, whoop.
Big 90s energy.
Oh, shit.
That's a classic sitcom scene.
I swear.
What does GTD stand for? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
I can't hear you. What you
So how much of an impact will he be on the Bucks roster this season?
That's a starting shooting guard you got for the vet men.
Yes.
Like, this has been an unexpected coup for the Bucks because Gary Trent Jr. himself. you with these ad libs, you gonna have me.
Hey, that's what happened when you be gone, bro. You come back on fire.
I'm on jet lag.
I feel it. When I get tired, that's like I'm.
Hey,
drunk.
that's when the goofy turn up.
That's a fact. But no, it's
Also,
getting
why I got these glasses and just had on. Nah. Anyway, sorry.
call it jet lag if you want to. Is that a new strain?
Damn.
Sensational.
Hey, let me get some of that.
That jet lag.
Let me get some of that jet lag.
Hey, that's gonna be fire.
But no, for real. Gary Trent Jr., y'all.
Mm-hmm.
A starting caliber shooting guard for the Milwaukee Bucks they got on the vet men.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Trent Jr. was looking for 25 M's this summer. The Raptors were apparently willing to give him 15, and they said, you know what? Never mind. We're going to take a little offer back. Find that. We ain't even going to do that. So never mind. Go get what you're going to get. And the way the market shook out, this man...
Unfortunately for him.
Truly. He's taking a 1-year deal to try to build up his value and try to cash in next summer. And coming to
coming to hoop.
Coming to Milwaukee is a great place to do that because he was guaranteed playing time. Like I said, starting shooting guards, what he's walking into.
He coming
on
to
a
hoop.
contender. Yeah. Where he's going to get so many open looks from three.
Like, he's not quite the shooter that Malik Beasley is, but I think he's a better all-around player than Beasley. Has more defensive upside, even if it wasn't necessarily realized in Toronto. He does get a lot of steals. I know Raptor fans were kind of disappointed with his overall defensive effort.
I did wonder too if part of that was just because he had a higher offensive load. And a Raptors fan on Twitter mentioned to me, like, our team's been a mess the last 2 years, to be completely fair.
I mean,
like I said, like he did show flashes in Portland. So hopefully being back around Dame, hopefully, being a prove it year, like the motivation is there. Hopefully this is a better system for him. Like I could see this working out even better than Malik Beasley signing did.
Same.
Like when you're getting a player on a minimum contract, like the value, like even if he does what he did in Toronto last year, like that's still well above what you should expect from that salary slot.
And to your point about him not being as good of a shooter as Malik, I think that's just like the catch and the shoot. But like Gary Trent's a better shot creator than Beasley is. And I did see a stat that said that last season Gary Trent Jr. shot like 51% from three on unguarded threes.
Shit.
He gonna get a lot of those.
A lot of them,
in
bro.
Milwaukee. A whole lot of those. So
free buckets.
I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about Trent here. So let me ask y'all this. Now that the Bucks roster is like that 15, their offseason moves have been Taurean Prince, DeLon Wright, and now Gary Trent Jr. Do you feel like Milwaukee is moved up in like the ranks of the East or the same? Like how do you see the arms race in the East right now? Kim, I'm gonna actually ask you first since you don't really have any dog in this fight.
Yeah.
So like I'm sure you probably still think Boston.
Boston is definitely number one defending champions. I would say Milwaukee 76ers maybe 1, 2, 3.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think
Where are the Knicks?
I have Knicks at 4. I'm heavy on the Knicks. Like I want the Knicks to win the championship.
Ooh.
And I know that sounds crazy, but I do. Just think about how lit. Just think of the content we'll get with the New York
Bing
Knicks
bong.
finally winning the championship. They deserve it, man.
Not more than Milwaukee.
Y'all had Johnson. I'll be honest.
we had 2 in 50 years. I think we deserve a few more, sir. Tim, how do you feel about the hierarchy of the East right now with Trent in the fold? We know we got Prince coming off the bench with Wright as well.
I feel like this actually gives us a better, more well-rounded roster than last year. Because again, a lot of last year was our defense came from the younger guys off the bench, and our offense, in essence, came from just our starting 5 for the most part. Everybody else was kind of, we'll expect a bucket or 2 here, a 3 or 2 there, things like that. But adding Gary Trent Jr. to this team, even on a quote-unquote down year for him, he went from averaging 17 a game to like 15.
Right.
Still, if you give him the same shots that Beasley had last year, I feel like, again, outside of just a catch-and-shoot 3 guy, he can create in the middle. He can slash. Like, I'm tired of him cutting our ass up and cooking the Bucks every time we see this motherfucker. So now he's with us. We get to see this shit on more open opportunities. Right. Now he's with us. Also having Prince coming off the bench to spell midi if he needs to, or Jackson in his second year, or Marjan looking like he finally starting to turn a corner. But having him available, you have AJ Green to come off the bench, still things like that. Like, so we have shooting, but we still have defense. We have slashing. We also have athleticism now. We have some youth now. We have also our guys that start on top of Bobby. So it's like this squad now, I feel like, is better. Like, a lot of the holes that we were complaining about outside of an additional like big have been filled with, even with Smith, our rookie. He's a forward, but he can shoot. So like, he can still space the floor, and looking at him similarly, he got some bounce, bro. Like, the athleticism can come into play for the hunger to fight I'm gonna try to get this extra board, I'm trying to get this putback, or whatever the case may be, if he gets some playing time with us. But like, that's another bigger body that we can kind of throw out there if we need be. But I feel like the team, just with the additions only, and the starting 5 and the guys that's coming back, like the Connaughton and Bobby Portis and the younger guys, I do feel like this is a little bit better of a team than we had last year, which will, for me, put us probably back. I'll jump us over the Knicks.
So you go Boston, Philly, Milwaukee?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a quick question. So what will your starting 5 be, or what is your ideal starting 5?
Damian Lillard, Gary Trent Jr., Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez.
Okay.
Yes.
So
that's a nice solid 5.
That sounds solid.
And Gary Trent Jr. is only 25 years old as well.
Yes.
We might only have him for a year. No, he's been in the league for like 7 years.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah.
6 seasons.
Done, so
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about that earlier too, because I'm like, this is the last year on Brooks' deal, I believe. Yep. This is the last year on Chris's deal coming in.
He has a player option
next year. So.
For another one. This is the last year on Connaughton's deal.
Nope, you got one more.
Is that a player? Damn, I thought it was a team option. I'm not saying like get rid of them, but I was saying some of the money. I was saying like some of the money could be freed up to kind of help keep him if we want to.
No, it's like the problem is that Giannis and Dame and Chris make. I mean, I know you threw Chris in there, but like Giannis and Dame make so much money that even if everybody else is gone, like they may have enough to get like a semi-impact player, but like they would have to basically renounce everybody else, and even then, I don't think they can clear up max space.
The thing the Bucks are going to have to continue to count on is just that cap going up 10% every year, because even though there is money coming off the books next year, Giannis's extension kicks in next year, so he's going to go from making $47 million to like $63-65 million. So like he's going to be making that. Dame's making like 48, 50 mil. So like it's a big chunk of the cap going to just those two guys. So for me, looking at the Bucks offseason and what they've been able to do by getting Prince, getting Wright, and now getting Trent, all on minimum deals. The Bucks could only move around the margins this offseason without making any trades. No trades were made. So for this to be the return that they got, that's really good. I feel like they improved their team considerably given the assets that they actually had to use. So I'm happy with it.
I think they went 3 for 3 on the moves that they made. Like, all three are things that we identified last year. Like, oh, this is what they're missing.
Yep.
I don't think it materially changes what their upside is, because, like, I think they were always a contender, but I don't think they got more flexible necessarily.
You don't?
I don't.
I do.
Because I feel like, again, like JTG for Malik is essentially a 1-to-1 swap. Like, they fill the same role. They have the same strengths and weaknesses. Like, yes, there's a little bit more creation, but like, you don't really need that much creation from that spot because of like who he's going to be on the floor with.
I feel Trent's better defensively than Beasley. Like, calling them 1-for-1 on defense is.
But I mean, I'm saying like he's going to be guarding the same exact dude, so it's not like he frees you up where it's like, oh, you can move him around, you can put him on fours, you can put him on one. It's like,
yeah, you can't do that.
He's guarding guards.
A lot of what they needed though was just a body to keep somebody in front. So like, just very basic upgrade.
But that's what I meant. Like, as far as like lineup versatility, like he still fills the same hole that he's doing it better, but he just fills the same hole. It's not like he unlocks a different lineup combination. Whereas like if you change Brooke into, say, Bam, like there's more versatility.
Their versatility is going to come from the bench. Just being able, because a lot of what they thought like Jay Crowder would do that he wasn't able to do is what they expect Prince to do. So if Prince can actually come in and do that, that in itself already gives them a lot more defensive versatility than what they had last year. Same thing with Wright. They didn't even have a defensive guard coming off the bench that could check somebody's best, offensive player on the other side of the ball.
Patrick Beverly's a defender right now.
Patrick Beverly came in February. So, like, and again, like, all the moves they made, I feel were an upgrade. I think Prince is an upgrade over Jay Crowder. I think that Wright's an upgrade over Pat Bev. I think that Trent is an upgrade over Bees. So, like, versatility isn't, like, as drastic as I think we were thinking with hearing how the Bucks wanted to be more versatile defensively. I think it just comes in with just having a few more options to play a few different more ways, but you still going to have Brooke out there in a drop coverage. So, for what they had, good offseason, Milwaukee. Good offseason. I'm not mad at it.